Sid gets them in the truck and drives them away to the refugee camp. Key has her first contraction on the way. They tell Sid it's just her being carsick. They make it to Bexhill, and Sid tells them to put on sad refugee faces before moving them from the truck and into a bus filled with refugees that quickly leaves the area. Soon enough, Key's contractions start getting worse, and by the time they make it to the actual camp, her water breaks. A guard notices her state of distress, so Miriam distracts him by acting as if going through religious mania, so she's taken away to be executed. He's also about to take Keith, so Theo points at the water on the floor between her legs and says it's urine and excrement, effectively driving him away. Theo and Key leave the bus and join a line where Theo loses Key for a short moment when a guard tells him to lose his clock, but they reunite soon after. The line that is eventually released into the city that became the refugee camp, and there they look for Marichka, a Romanian woman that takes them to a safe abandoned building and gives them a private room where Key can have her baby. Labor is hard on Key, but Theo guides her, and eventually she gives birth to a healthy baby girl. The next day, Sid comes by to check on them. The city's become a dangerous mess after a wall blew up and people started to flee, so Sid's come to help them escape. When he sees the baby, he promises he'll take them to a boat, but Marichka is against this idea, implying he isn't a good man. Sid takes out his gun then and reveals he knows there's a bounty on their heads that he plans to earn. On their way downstairs, Marichka manages to push Sid off and Theo jumps on him to get him away from Key. After Marichka hits him with a stick, the three of them start running away, with Sid breathing on their backs. They go down a hallway to reach a street, and when Sid gets stuck on the door, Theo finishes him off with a brick to the head. Theo asks Marichka about the boat, and after some confusion on her part, she catches on and starts guiding them to it amidst all the fighting between the military and the fishes. She makes them enter a building, and after showing the baby to the owner through a window, they're allowed to enter a very nice apartment. There they eat, rest and get better shoes for Theo while two elderly women play with the baby. One of the guards tells them they need to leave in an hour, so when that time passes, they put Key on a wheelchair and leave the building. They're running again, and soon they're found by Luke and the fishes. Luke takes Key in the